When an excavation site cannot be clearly described when submitting a locate request to 811, you, the excavator, are required per state statute to designate the route and/or area to be excavated using either white flags or water-soluble white paint. Both flags and paint can be obtained at most local hardware stores for a minimal cost. White lining or pre-marking must be done prior to contacting 811 and before the utility locators arrive at your dig site. This pre-marking allows you to properly communicate with the locators the exact area you plan on digging. This way they can focus on marking only that area and not an entire property, length of road, or land that goes outside the scope of the job site. And white lining isn't just for professional excavators. It's for everyone, including someone digging in their backyard. There are a few guidelines to follow that will help speed things along. Let's show you some examples of how to mark using white lining. All markings, whether they are paint or flags, must be done in white. The APWA, or American Public Works Association, designates white as the color for any and all proposed excavation sites. Mark your white-lined area using the methods shown in this graphic. Limit the size of each dash to approximately 6 to 12 inches long and 1 inch wide, with interval spacings approximately 4 to 50 feet apart. Reduce the separation of marks to a length that can be reasonably seen by the locators when the terrain at the excavation site warrants it. Dots about 1 inch in diameter are typically used to define arcs or radii and may be placed at closer intervals instead of dashes. When an excavation site is contained within a 50-foot maximum radius or less, you can use a single stake positioned at the center of the excavation. If you choose this type of delineation, you must convey this information to the one-call center. This single stake must be white in color and displays the excavator's company identifier, name, abbreviation, or initials. And the radius of the excavation site is in black letters on the stake or with a notice attached to the stake. Trenching, boring, or other continuous type excavations. Mark in white paint the proposed center line using 6-inch by 12-inch by 1-inch arrows approximately 4 to 50 feet apart to show the direction of the excavation. Dots may be used for curves and closer interval markings. It is recommended that you label your white-lined area with something that indicates who the white lines are for. Due to the popularity of white lining in some areas, locators come across multiple white lines by different excavators in the same area. Also, it is a good idea that you date the white-lined area no more than 2 days prior to calling in your locate, to help the locators match up your white-lined area and your locate ticket. Using these methods of best practice when white lining will help speed up the process of having the utilities marked by the utility locators and will help get your excavation project started on time.